Hi everyone, welcome back. So we're just going to do our next row. So just to recap, we did a chain of 30 and we're going to make a scarf. So I've just stuck to 30 just because I quite like the width, but if you want to do it wider than that, you just add more chain stitches. Again, my wool was a double knitting because it was cheap at the shop that I went to, but if you want to choose a different wool you can. And this is just practicing our stitches just to get familiar with them, and rather than just make little squares, we can make something that we can maybe give away. All right, so we've already done 2 chain to turn. And now what we're going to do is we are going to do a treble stitch, a half treble stitch, sorry. So, but we're going to do it in the front of the front of the chain at the top on this row, just so that we can have a similar sort of row to what we had previously. So we're going to wrap our loop. So you've got that ribbon effect. That's what I'm trying to say. So you wrap your wool around your loop, go into your hook, go into the front loop, pull up your yarn so you've still got 3 hoops on your hook, and then you're going to pull your wool all the way through. Okay, so we're going to do that again. So we wrap our yarn, put it through the front like we did for the DCs, and then we're going to pull this through. Okay, to be honest, there's no right or wrong or what we're doing because we are practicing. Can basically just see it growing. All right, and as you can see, if I turn it over, you can see that you've got this little ribbon effect here. So we'll do that to the end of the row. Okay, and then we will just then finish that one. So do this up here, and pull it through, wrap there, and pull it through, wrap, go through the front, and pull it through, wrap, go through the front, pull it through, wrap. So you can see sometimes my stitches are a little bit tight, and that's just because I've pulled it tighter as I've been doing it. That one I've pulled off completely, so let's just redo that one. It does get a little bit, the more you do, the more you get into a rhythm of what you're doing. And like I've said previously, if you're getting a little bit fed up with this and you're thinking, oh, it's not really growing, or I'm just bored of doing the same thing, have a second little project on the go, something that you've seen that you think, do you know what, I'm going to give that a go. And then when you feel that, you know, you can alternate between the two, because sometimes things, you do get a little bit fed up of doing them, but if you have a little break and you go back to it, then sometimes it just feels quite nice to pick it up again. Quite like this wool, it's quite soft, and it's quite nice vibrant colours as well. about my dog barking earlier. She obviously heard something. Currently I've got a cat asleep on the sofa and the dog half and half dozing on her bed. Right, and I'm coming to the last few stitches. So as we're working into these and we're thinking about our next row, because we've done now 2 of our half treble stitches, I think it would be quite good to maybe go back to the DC and just remind ourselves what we were doing with them. Okay, so we just need 1 turning chain for those, and you can see here, look, you've got this really nice little pattern. So we've got this here, the colours are going quite nice, and if I turn it over, you've got this nice little ridge here as well. Okay, so we'll keep continuing with that and we'll just see how it goes. Join me for the next one, the next row, and we can keep building our scarf. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.